Good afternoon. I'd like to bring this meeting to order, special call meeting for September the 2nd, 2025, for the Board of Commissioners. Call this meeting order. I have a statement I need to read before we have the approval of the agenda, and it is concerning the Board Commissioners' vacancy votes. Reports that a candidate for the Board of Vacancies had plans to withdraw his nomination has come to the attention of this board. These reports indicate that candidate Milton Robinson III planned to withdraw his nomination during our August 26th meeting. I would like to clarify these reports and how the vacancy process works. To our knowledge, Mr. Robinson or the other candidates has not officially withdrawn their nominations. There's a process that has to be followed from day one. 7 candidates applied for the commissioner's vacancy. 2 were nominated based on our town charter. Commissioners cast their votes. The voting resulted in a split decision. The town charter requires the board to fill the position vacancy by a plurality. The North Carolina General Statutes allows the mayor to break votes with the tie of an affirmative or negative vote. The plurality voting method is not an affirmative or a negative vote. Therefore, the mayor may not vote to break the tie. We have followed this process. We understand that the town charter was developed several decades ago. However, it is what we have to abide by. If a candidate wishes to withdraw their names for consideration, they can formally notify the clerk, to the board, and to any commissioner. We did not receive any official withdrawal notifications from any candidate. The only correspondence received from Mr. Robinson was on the afternoon of August 27th, in which he said he understood that a work session was not a forum for public comments, and he apologized for any misunderstanding. He did not reference a decision to withdraw his nomination. While there are narratives regarding his intention and our deliberation, it is important that as a community, we do not rush to make assumptions about candidates' intentions or the board's decision. The commissioner's vacancy has not left us without a quorum or made it difficult for us to have a majority vote when needed. The town continues to function and operates effectively in a council manager form of government. The manager and staff performs the daily functions of the town and brings the matters to our attention that may require legislative decisions. As a board, my colleagues and I continue to vote on these decisions, and if I need to break the tie on an affirmative or negative vote, I will. As a community, I implore everyone to refrain from rushing to judgment or politicizing this process that are outlined in our charter. We're following the process of filling this vacancy, and will continue on this path outlined by the General Assembly. Thank you.
Amen.
Is there a motion to approve our agenda?
So moved.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second. All in favor? Motion passes. Town manager, you have a statement?
Yes, I wanted to ask you if I know at the last meeting you had rescheduled the commissioner voting to October, but in light of what the mayor had just shared with us, if you want to amend the September 8th agenda to include that, even though it's a very lengthy agenda, you're going to be here for quite a while that evening, just let us know and we'll be happy to do that. If you want to include the commissioner vacancy discussion on that agenda. Yeah. But we need to know as soon as you make that decision, so we can include that. Thank you.
All right. This meeting is to discuss the five-county stadium.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Thank you for giving me the time to present the work that so many folks have done over the last few months to secure a tenant for our stadium. Oops, I'm using the wrong one, sorry. We will discuss the terms of the lease and start with a history of how we got to this point. So in fall of 2024, the Mudcats did announce that they would be moving to Wilson, and that was after quite a bit of time with the county and the town negotiating with the Brewers and Major League Baseball to try to accommodate the Mudcats at the stadium in the conditions that they needed to proceed. Those talks did not come to an agreement, and they were able to secure a new build, as Wilson had a project that they were beginning to start as an entertainment district, and it had a sports component of a stadium. So in January 2025, the county and town crafted an RFP to secure proposals for a tenant and future development opportunities. We received 3 complete proposals, and the proposal team evaluated the proposals and suggested in-person presentations for 2 of the applicants. The town and county boards were present for both of those applicants to present their proposal ideas, partners, future plans and ideas, and the boards chose to award the lease to Capital Broadcasting Company for a term of 10 years. 10 years is standard in the sports arena for a lease, and so that we went with the standard lease time. Over several months, the town and county staff and attorneys worked with the consulting firm CAA Icon to work through the terms of the lease. And here are some of the terms. CBC will sublease the stadium to a Coastal Plain League team, which is a baseball team, and Wake Technical Community College for certain athletic competitions. CBC will have approved site development plans by the end of 2030, or rights to develop the property reverts back to the town and county. Initial capital projects will be made to the stadium to make it suitable for those proposed uses. And here's a list of some of those changes. First and foremost, the field will be changed in its orientation, somewhat changed in its orientation to accommodate several sports, baseball and other sports. Primarily, I think soccer requires a bigger distance, so they will change the field to accommodate soccer, and that be putting in a new synthetic turf. There will be upgrades to some of the commissary areas, some fan experience upgrades, new stadium lighting, new scoreboard, office and locker room updates, updates to some other common areas and suites, and a facade upfit. The town and county will share the expenses of these improvements in relation to the percentage of ownership. Town 15% and county 85%. The improvements will span 2 years at a cost of $9 million. The town and county will receive a total of 10 free events per year. CBC will receive incentives up to $100,000 annually to hold additional entertainment events. That's on a per-ticket basis, $1.50 per ticket. And that is also shared 85-15 as far as those incentivized dollars go back to CBC. Two reasons for that incentive. First is we want more events. And second, to their benefit is that they are taking on all operating expenses and routine maintenance of the stadium, which previously was handled financially through both entities and physically by some of our town staff. So that is a very good trade-off in terms of the team that put this together. CBC will work with the town and county to name the stadium, and here's a little breakdown of some financial details. It's really small, I apologize, but this chart was already prepared and I wasn't able to enlarge it any further. But our current lease situation for the past few years has left us with an average annual exposure of $40,100. And our proposed 10-year annual average will leave us with an annual average expense of $4,350. So we're definitely financially sitting in a better spot, and that really does not include our labor costs for some of the work that we were taking on out there. I say we, but it was Public Works, not me. So it is a little bit more than that we will be saving. More financial details, the $9 million investment in stadium improvements, and there's an initial $1 million for a capital maintenance fund. That's a $10 million total, and that will be split between the county and the town at the current ownership interest of $8,500,000 for the county and $1,500,000 for the town. Will require a fund allocation in the town's FY 27 and 28 budget, because I believe we are considering this one our 26 budget. But the next two fiscal budgets in front of us, we will need to allocate to cover that $1.5 million. And at this point, there were a lot of people involved in this process from January to now. Obviously, my department, planning, public works, the Wake County Manager's Office, their facility design and construction office, general services, finance, procurement, they all played a huge role in everything from crafting the RFP, developing the rubric to evaluate it, putting together the team, serving on the team, just all the way through. And it's been, as soon as one milestone was met, it was immediate that we start on the next. So we've even been in design now with an architect, and there's even more steps still. To get everything ready so that when the Mudcats relinquish their tenancy, December 31st, that the new tenant can get to work right away. And so there's a lot of preparation done, and everybody's been pitching in and showing up. So I'm hugely appreciative of their time and willingness to walk some of us through details we weren't familiar with, but also just to take it out of their regular work time to make that happen. And then we have on our side, certainly our our planning department, I think I might have already mentioned that, and then CAA Icon, which is the consultancy that, the consultant that the county engaged with early on in the MUDCAT negotiations, and they stayed through all the way to negotiate through the terms of this lease. Wake County Economic Development participated with us. Visit Raleigh and the Greater Raleigh Sports Alliance was definitely a part of working with us on this, and of course the Carolina MUDCATs. We've visited, other folks have visited, consultants have visited for all kinds of different reasons, and they've been very accommodating to this process. So there are next steps, but I want to stop here and certainly take any questions or areas of further detail that you may be interested in.
Any questions or comments from the board? We understand this has been a long, tedious process to get to where we are today. I know for some of us, emotionally, saying goodbye to the MUDCATs was probably hard. They'd been here for 35 years and been a staple in this town. However, we will look forward to our new tenants and the economic development that will be taking place around the stadium, and for a more family, fun experience with different types of sports. And thank you, Shannon, for all the work that you've done in this process. Any other questions, comments from the board? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the terms of the lease of the five-county stadium as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Commissioner Baxter.
Approve.
Commissioner Miles.
Favor.
Commissioner Harrison.
Favor.
Commissioner Davis.
Favor.
Motion passes.
Woohoo!
We have a second motion. Also,
Authorize staff to draft the lease agreement between the town of Zebulon, Wake County, and CBC per agreement presented and approved.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Discussion? Roll vote. Commissioner Davis.
Favor.
Commissioner Harrison.
Favor.
Commissioner Miles.
Favor.
Commissioner Baxter.
Approve.
Motion passes. We have a third motion.
Authorize the town attorney to publish a 30-day notice related to the lease and as specified by North Carolina General Statute 160A-272.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Roll vote. Commissioner Harrison.
Favor.
Commissioner Miles.
Favor.
Commissioner Baxter.
Approve.
Commissioner Davis. Motion passes. Thank you. That is, you have something you want to say?
Oh, no, sir.
Oh,
Hello, Mayor.
yes.
I just wanted to recognize we have a guest here today from the law office of Warwick Robbins, Taylor Emery. Taylor is an attorney that works with us, and he was very much involved in the development of the negotiations and the terms for the lease. I just wanted to recognize him so you could see him, and he is definitely the subject matter expert as far as the legal side of this goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I apologize if I omitted you, Taylor. Taylor was there for every meeting, and we had 3 sets of attorneys involved overall, but the county attorneys and Taylor were there to, make sure that as we were discussing what could be proposed, that we were in the right line. And before we stepped out of line, we had them backing us up. So thank you, Taylor. I'm sorry if I didn't put you on the list. I apologize. Thank you for saying that.
No worries.
Eric. There are a few more steps, so just want to, not that you have to do anything, but I'll let you know. Now we are going to work on, we have till October 1st to really finalize the scope and timing of all these facility improvements, get down into the details, and draft and finalize that lease based on the terms you've just approved. And then our October 6th meeting, along with the County Board of Commissioners' October 6th meeting, will finalize all of that, any budget amendments that the county might need to do as they are taking on the financial reimbursement for the first round of these capital improvements, and the town will come the second year and do our portion of the reimbursement. So they may need to do some budget amendments at their meeting, but understand that they are also considering approval of the same terms this evening at their regular meeting, and both boards will be meeting again on October 6th. So we'll still be busy for the next month, but then after that, it will be a little hands-on by some other folks that'll be super busy trying to make sure everything's ready for a 2026 season. So thank you so much for your support and your willingness to show up and ask questions and be a part of the process. I very much appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Major Tom?
Yes, I also would like to share that we'll have a press release that'll be going out tonight to announce this. I think it's a big moment for our town, definitely a big moment for you and staff. So we really applaud everyone who's worked diligently to get us this far. But it's just the beginning. I think there's a lot more to happen here. And I forgot to actually mention that we have interim town clerk, Ms. Dora Moore. A couple weeks ago, Ms. Ana Gomez had a family situation that made her to step away from that role. But Ms. Moore was just the town clerk for the town of Louisville. And prior to that, was also the president of the North Carolina Town Clerks Association. So I think we have a rock star in our midst to really help us carry this responsibility for the foreseeable future until we know what next to do with regards to that role. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Anything else? All right. I guess we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Meeting adjourned.